Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm going to attempt another puzzle by FullDeck and missing a few cards. This one is called Rounding the Bases. So, yeah, I'm doing this one because they submitted a bunch of puzzles when I was short on puzzles, and it's really cool. I normally don't like bringing puzzles from the same people, but submissions is submissions. And yeah, very, very fortunate for me. So, and you know, good puzzles. It's fine. On the submission front, I've had a few people who've just sent me Discord messages saying, oh, here's a puzzle. I do have submission guidelines and I have them for a reason. I do sometimes forward those Discord messages or the links in the Discord messages through to my testers. But the general response I get from my testers when I do that is, if the creator of the puzzle isn't willing to spend 5 minutes writing up a submission, why would we spend 45 minutes or so testing a puzzle? If it's not worth 5 minutes of their time, why is it worth 45 minutes of ours? And I kind of get that attitude. So if you do want to submit a puzzle, please check the submission guidelines, because the reason we ask, or the reason I ask for the information that I do, is because if anything goes wrong with the recording, I try and feature puzzles. If anything goes wrong, I try and use the details in the submission guidelines to be able to completely present the puzzle. Whereas if I get stuck, I'm in Australia, so if I get stuck and I need to then contact the setter and wait overnight for a response, and then if there's any follow-up questions, it could be a day or two, the entire thing's a wash. It just doesn't work and everything becomes completely untenable. Whereas if I can go to the submission and look up the whatever I've missed or any details that have caused the confusion and get the answers I need, I can then immediately continue. It's important that I get the details I ask for. And that's basically why I have my submission guidelines. So I have everything I need to be able to record a video end to end. So, and yeah, I understand the testers going, like, why would we spend 45 minutes on something that the setter, and my testers know how long it takes to put in a submission. They're the ones who submit to me a lot. Yeah, it's a case of, if the setter's not prepared to spend 5 minutes, why would we spend 45 minutes on their puzzle? If they don't think it's worth 5 minutes of their time, we don't think it's worth 45 minutes of ours. So yeah, if you do want to submit a puzzle, please check out the submission guidelines. That's all. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at Rounding the Bases by FullDeck and missing a few cards. So we have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have killer cages or cages, where the digits in the cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cages. So these 3 digits will sum to 10, these 3 digits will sum to 8, these 3 digits will sum to 11. Digits cannot repeat within cages. So we cannot make this 11 by going 5, 5, and 1. That does not work. And then we've got arrows. So digits placed on arrows must sum to the number in that arrow's circle, or in the attached circle. So those 2 digits, the sum of those 2 digits will go there. The sum of those 2 digits will also go there. The sum of those 3 digits will go there. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, the most obvious thing to me is these 3 cells here. The minimum I can put on those 3 cells is 1, 2, and 3. So the minimum that this could be is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And the same is true for all of these 3 cell arrows. So these are all 6, 7, 8, 9. Now in this 10 cage, that is really important. This can't be an 8 or a 9. Because if this was an 8, then these 2 would have to sum to 2 and they'd have to be 1, 1. 9, these would have to sum to 1, and that's even more ridiculous. Now if this is a 7, this has to sum to 3, so they'd be 1, 2. If this is a 6, they'd have to sum to 3, and I'd have to increase either the 1 by 1, making it 2, 2, which doesn't work. Sorry, they'd have to sum to 4, which means they'd have to be 1, 3, or 2, 2, and 2, 2 doesn't work. So they'd be 1, 3, and there must be a 1 in one of these. Now, if this was 1, 2, 3, how would I make the 5 cage? Oh, it'd be 1, 4. If this was 1, 2, 4... If this is 1, 2, 3, this would be a 4. This is 1, 2, 3. This would be 1. This would be 2, 3. This would be 1. That could work. Because this is either 1, 4 or 2, 3. But what's that? This is... Oh... this is from 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. But I can't put a 1 here. So this is a bit weird. So the 1 is in one of those two on this arrow, because there must be a 1 on this arrow. So there's no 1 here. So there's no 4 here. This is very strange. I'm trying to wrap my head around how this works. If this is 6 with 1, 3, this is 2, this is 1, this is 4. If this is 7, these are 1, 2, that's 4. That's 1 or 2. That's 4. So this would be 2, 3. This would be 7. This is very strange, and I can't quite see how to resolve it. Maybe it's this, because this 7... I can do the same down here. This can't be 8 or 9. These are 1, 2, 3. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4 because they're part of a 6 or a 7 arrow. There must be a 1 on this arrow. So this is from 6, 7, 8, 9 because it's the other half of a 10 cage. Oh, no, I see it. It's more obvious than that. This 6 cage must be 1, 2, 3. The minimum that I can put into the cage is 1, 2, 3. But this 8 cage must have a 1 in it. Because if I don't put a 1 in this 8 cage, then in the minimum it can be is 2, 3, 4, which sums to 9. So there must be a 1 in this 8 cage. So, because I must put a 1 in this 8 cage, and then must put a 1 in this 6 cage, the 1 in these two columns, I can only put 2 1s in these two columns. But there's 1 in the 8 cage and 1 in the 6 cage. So I've already got the 2 1s in these two columns in these two cages. So this cannot be the one, and I must put a 1 in this 10 cage. That's the 1. So there's no 1 here, so there's no 4 here. This is a 2, 3. This is a 4. 1 with 4 is 5. Minimum of this is 2, so this has to be the 7. 1 and 7 is 8. This is the 2. This is the 2. This is the 3. There's no 7 here. That's very clever. It's these cages that did it. This 7 could be 1, 6. It can't be 2, 5 or 3, 4. So this is 1, 6, which means this isn't 6. 6, this can't be a 6, because if this is 6, this would have to be 1, 2, 9, because the minimum this could be would be 6, 1, 2, which sums to 9, but I can't use a 1 on this. So the minimum this could be would be 6, 2, 3. This would have to be 11. So this can't be the 6. This is the 1. This is the 6. The minimum this could be is 5. This is 5, 7, 8, or 9. But it can't be 7, 8, or 9 because this is a 3-cell arrow. If this was a 7, 1, 1, this would be 9, but this would have to be 1, 1. This is a 5. And I can't make this a 7 now because it would be 5, 1, 1, so that's not 7. 5, 1, 2 would make this an 8. 5, 1, 3 would make it 9. There's no 1 here. So there's a 1 on this arrow. So if it's 1, 2, this is a 3. If it's 1, 3, this is a 4. Because these can't repeat. So if this is 3, this is 8. If this is 4, this is 7. In fact, these are 7, 8, 9. This is a 2, 3 pair. What's up with my music? My music stopped for some reason. Okay, now, there is a 1 in this 8 cage as well. How do you make 8? You can do 1, 2, if you I must include a 1 because, again, 2, 3, 4 is 9. If I make 1 plus 2, I need another 5. 1 plus 3, I need another 4. If I do 1 plus 4, I need 3, and I'm back at exactly the same. So it's 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. Not sure. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there must be a 1 in the cage. This can't sum to more than 7. And it can't sum to less than 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is what this is. This is a 1, 2... Oh, that's a 1, 2, 3 triple. That's a 4. There's no 4 there, but this is now... this can't be... There must be... Right, this is a 7, because if this was a 6, this is a 1, 2, 3 arrow. This is a 7 arrow. And it's 1, 2, 4. There must be a 1 in this cage. Right, this is a 1, 2 cage. Because the 7 means that 7 needs another 3 to get to 10. So this is a 3. 1, 5, 3 is 4 plus 5, which is 9. 3 and 9 is 12. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6. 1 and 2 means this is 8 or 9 only. This is incredibly clever. I like it. The 3 here means this is a 2. Taking 2 out of those, this is a 1, 3, meaning this is a 4. 4 plus 7 is 11, and there's no 7 there. There's no 7 here. So this can't sum to anything higher than 6. But I still could make this 5, 1 with 2. This can't be a 2. Three would make that 5. This can't be a 4. I can't make a 4, 4 cage. So if this is a 3, this is a 5. If this is a 5, this is a 3. If this is a 6, this is a 2. Can I do the 1 in... Well, this is a 4. Oh, that's the way to think about it. Those digits had the same sum as those digits, but this is a 4. So this is a 1, 3. Pardon me. Because it had to be 1, 3 or 2, 2, and it couldn't be 2, 2 because you can't repeat digits. So this 4 means this is 1, 3, but because this is an 8 cage, 4 plus what is 8? That's 4. This 3 makes this the 1 and this the 3, which looks like I'm making this the 3 and this the 1, taking 1 out of those, but I have to put a 1 in the 8 cage. That is a 1, which makes that the 2 and that the 1, which makes that the 2, which means this isn't a 2, so this can't be a 6. This is only a 3 or a 5. So if this is a 3, this is a 2, and if this is a 5, this is a 4. So I can narrow this down, because these have to sum to 7, which is 2, 5, or 4, 3. Three is in one of those two by Sudoku, because 3 can't be in those. The 3, 5 means 3 can't be in those, and that 3 says 3 can't be there. These are 2, 5, 6, and I can't put 5 there. I can't put 2 there either. That's a 6. So the 6 comes out of there. This is a 2, 5. What's this triple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. There's no 5 there. So 5 is... Oh, there's no 4 up there. That's a 5, 8. That's the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 7 and 8. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Can these be 3? These were 3. This would be a 1, 2 pair. 1 there, 2. No, this can't be 3, because this can neither be 1 nor 2. The minimum that could be is 3. So if this is a 3, this would have to be a 3, and this would have to be a 0. This is a 5. This is a 3. So this is a 4. 1 plus 4 is 5, so that's the 3. These have to sum to 5, which are either 1, 4 or 2, 3. If they're 1, 4, it's 1 and 4 in that order. But I know these sum to 5, so that's a 6, because these all have to sum to 11. But if it's 1, 4, it's 1, 4 in that order. If it's 2, 3, The 2 is... No, I can't do 2, 3. That can't be either 2 or 3. This is 1 and 4. Which puts 1 right in the center of the grid because I've got 4 1s looking into box 5. How many 1s do I have in the grid? All except this box. That is a 1, meaning that's a 7. These have to sum to... Oh, I'm not sure yet. That 6 makes this 9 and this 6. This can't be 2, 3. This can't be a 6, because if this is a 6, this would have to be 1, 2, 3, and I can't put a 2 on the arrow. This is not 6. This is 8 or 9. Probably could have got there earlier, but whatever. If this is an 8, these have to sum to 7. I couldn't use 1, 6. Sorry, these would have to sum to 7. I couldn't use 1, 6. I couldn't use 2, 5. I couldn't use 3, 4. This can't be an 8. This is a 9. These have to sum to 8. I can't use 1, 7. I can't use 2, 6. They have to be 3, 5 because 4, 4 is frankly ridiculous. The 3 is looking up, making that the 5 and that the 3. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. And the 6 is looking up, making that the 8 and that the 6. And these better sum to 18. 6 and 3 is 9 plus 9 is 18. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4 and 8. There's no 4 there. There's no 2 in either of those. So this is the 8. This is the 4. This is the 2. The 8 looks back, making this the 5 and this the 8. This row is missing a single digit, which seems to be a 5. And there's a triple here. 1, 2, 3, 7 and 9. There's no 3s in either of those. So this is the 3. And I don't know what to do with the 7, 9 yet. I will get there. 2, 3, 5. There's no 3 or 5 there. That's the 2, and I take the 2 out of those. The 3 makes that the 5 and that the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 9 go into those. There's no 6 there because of that 6, so I make that the 6. This is the 8, 9 looking back, making that the 7 and that the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 goes there, and I get another triple here. 5, 7, and 9. There's no 5 there. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 7 there. So there must be 6 in there for the column. So I can take 6 out of those. There must be 7 in those. Okay, so it's all happening in box 5. 2 is not in any of those. So 2 is in one of those two. 5 is not in any of those. So 5 is in one of those two. 6 is not in any of those or there. This is a 6. So this is a 5. Actually, let's just put this pair in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These become 8, 9. And the 8 makes that the 9 and that the 8. The 9 looks down, taking 9 out of there. The 9 looks up, more importantly, making that the 7 and that the 9. Looking down, making that the 5 and taking 5 out of there. The 9 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 9. This is a pair. 2, 7. This is scanning. I need to scan better. The 6 takes the 6 out of there, making that the 6. The 8, 9 pair means that's the 7. So it takes 7 out of there, but the 7 looks back, making that the 2 and that the 7. The 2 looks across, making that the 5 and that the 2. That is a 10 cage. 2 plus what is 10? 2 plus 9 is not 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. So that's the 8, that's the 9, that's the 9, that's the 8. Looking across, making that the 9 and that the 8. And that is the solution. I found the answer. Sorry, I'm in a pretty good mood. That was Rounding the Bases by FullDeck and Missing a Few Cards. I loved the way these cages and arrows worked. I thought that was cool. And these were pretty cool too, because this and this had to have the same sum, so there was a relationship between those, but I didn't find it, but I had fun solving the puzzle. Not every puzzle needs to be a ginormous genius exercise in order to be fun. I really like these just nice little coffee break puzzles. Come to BremSter Puzzles and mostly find something that you can do just on a break. You don't need to dedicate your entire evening to a puzzle. A lot of fun. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.